We decided a long time ago that entrepreneurship and innovation and having that entrepreneurial mindset, that was a key theme of our Executive MBA program. And what better place to see it and feel it and touch it than Silicon Valley? This place is iconic. It happens here. Every place you turn, you go around the corner, you see something, you get clues. So that's why we're here in Silicon Valley. I want them to understand the mindset of the entrepreneur, because one day they will be negotiating with an entrepreneur, acquiring a startup, licensing technology from them, and they need to understand that person across the table that they're dealing with. But even more importantly, there may be a group in their midst that's different from all the other teams that they've got, and different because they're entrepreneurial. And I want them to recognize that and not crush that team who's probably generating more ideas and more profit than any other teams. The Executive MBAs in small teams, large teams will meet with up to 50 different companies, venture capitalists, HR professionals, etc. Why do these people want to meet with IMD's Executive MBA class? It's because we come in with good questions. Our participants are here, they have diverse backgrounds, they're experienced people, 40 years of age, a lot of experience and different ideas. And the questions they ask are questions that Silicon Valley people don't often get asked. They value that different perspective that we bring when we visit Silicon Valley.
One of the rules about prototyping is prototype to answer a question. This is the final version, ready to set it up, and of course, almost down here, which is fantastic if you're a 5-year-old girl.
What I learned this week about entrepreneurship and innovation is that there's really literally no limits to what we can do. And it's a matter of figuring out for yourself what is it that you're passionate about, and then pursue that goal, and do not let yourself be stopped by too many obstacles along the way. Have a good plan, think well about it, and then shoot.
Every year we come to Silicon Valley with 5 Swiss startups that have come through the IMD startup competition that we've been running for almost 20 years. Competition where we try to select up to 25 different startups to work with IMD's MBAs and Executive MBAs. And the 5 that we bring here every year, they're sort of the raw material for the class leading up to the VC pitch exercise that we do on the Friday morning. So this expedition, in a sense, already started months ago when our EMBA students started working with their Swiss high-tech startups in small teams to try and understand them, to try and understand their business model.
We visited several VC these days, and we also have some VC came to us to introduce and how these whole things work. After this, we have a group discussion and try to finalize our presentation, how we can support our startup company to create such evaluation.
Now, what do the venture capitalists expect? Very, very simple. What is the value proposition? Who is the customer? How does this thing work? How do you make money? How do I make money? That's simple. We're talking about startups here, but that applies to anybody in any company, big or small. So if they can communicate that well on Friday morning, they'll have done a great job. They've gotten the inputs. Now it's a question of whether they can turn those inputs into a compelling 15-minute pitch tomorrow morning. This evening, we've been doing drive runs with all the teams to make sure that they're ready, looking for coherence, looking for logic. Can we see the value proposition? Can we see the customer segment and how to sell to it? Do we understand how they make money? Do we understand how they make money for their investors?
So I will be very tough with you. First, because you can take it, and because this is in the spirit of the exercise.
Any person right before the speech is going to be some nervousness, but I believe in our case because I plan to present it and pitch it, and I'm confident about it.
To pitch for real VCs is going to be very stressful. You don't know how they will react, and you basically have to be able to answer real quick and with a convincing voice.
Well, how did the pitch go? That was a learning experience. We thought we did well, but the VCs did not like it. They had a lot of technical aspects they want to clarify, and the risk element was also unclear for them. Clearly, we did not completely understand the world of a VC.
From the presentation, I can't tell if it's a feature, if it's a product, or if it's a business. And if it's not a business, you don't want to invest.
The pitch went very well, and we had really much better presentation than yesterday. We also almost answered all of the questions from VC.
This was an outstanding. I'm very impressed by three things: the learnings of the participants, just the difference between yesterday's dry run and today's presentation for some of the groups was really impressive. Secondly, I'm very happy about the caliber of venture capitalists we have here. That makes this exercise a real-world, real learning opportunity. And finally, I'm also impressed by the quality of the startup companies that work with us on this startup competition.
This week, we're putting them through a fire hose of ideas, new business models, new ways of doing work. And my hope is at the end of it that they'll see there is another world out there, a world of innovation and ideas and risk-taking that is different from maybe the corporate world they come from.
I've learned a lot of the breadth of different industries, different businesses, small, large, private, public, how the economics work, how customers and markets work, which I would have never been able to do through a simple career ascension. And I look now at the possibilities that are out there for myself professionally and for my personal fulfillment in a much broader way. And it's really about choices now, which I really didn't feel I had before. Now, there's a world of opportunities in front of me.